Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're exploring a really fascinating concept that you brought up through some, well, really thought-provoking material. It's this profound idea of how our thoughts actually shape our reality.
Mm-hmm.
It's about understanding, the power we hold inside our own minds to influence life.
It really is. It's a journey inward, isn't it? Recognizing that what fills our minds tends to sort of spill over into our actual experience.
Yeah. Let's start with that central image, the one about the mind being like a garden.
Ah, yes.
Every thought is like a seed, and it makes you ask, doesn't it, what kind of garden are you tending?
Right. Are you planting those seeds of joy, gratitude, possibility,
Mhm.
or letting fear and doubt take over?
Exactly. And it's presented not just as a nice idea, but as something fundamental, that
Right.
what we think about consistently, well, that shapes who we become.
And think about how that steady attention, that repetition, sculpts things. Like water dripping on stone. Our thoughts, repeated over time, they carve grooves, influencing how we see things, the life we actually create around ourselves.
That carving image is powerful. And to see it in action, there was that story about the blacksmith.
Yes, the blacksmith.
His shop was cluttered, sure, but his mind seemed cluttered too, full of complaints. Life just felt unfair to him.
He was really stuck in that feeling, wasn't he?
Totally. Then this traveling sage comes along and asks him something quite simple but potent.
Your thoughts are like a hammer.
Right. They either forge your future or shatter it. What will you choose?
It's so direct. It highlights that connection between his inner state, that constant complaining, and his actual circumstances. His focus wasn't just passive.
No, it was actively, limiting him.
Mm.
And the story goes, when he consciously started shifting, focusing on solutions, on what he could create.
Things changed. His business, his whole energy.
Yeah, transformed. It's such a practical example, isn't it? Not magic, just changing the mental soil, so to speak.
And you see this same principle, well, everywhere, even now. Think about Sarah Blakely with Spanx.
Oh, right. Her story? So many rejections.
Countless.
Mm.
But what's key is how she chose to see them. Not as failures, but as just part of the process, necessary steps.
That reframing, that conscious choice of perspective when things get tough, that seems crucial.
Definitely.
The material really drove home how her positive take on the challenges actually opened unexpected doors.
It reinforces that core idea, doesn't it? What you focus on, what you think, you tend to attract or create, whether it's horseshoes or, a global brand.
It really makes you pause and think, when I face a setback, how do I frame it? Is it an obstacle, or is it, like Sarah Blakely saw it, a chance to learn something?
A very useful question to ask ourselves.
But the material is also realistic. It acknowledges that changing these deep thought patterns is, well, hard work.
Oh, absolutely. Our minds are kind of wired to stick with what's familiar, even if it's not helpful.
Yeah, even if it's harmful sometimes. And that's where mindfulness comes into the picture.
As a way to just observe the thoughts without judging them.
Like watching gardeners at work in your own head, kind of stepping back.
Exactly. The non-judgment is key.
Like-
Not beating yourself up for having negative thoughts, but just noticing them
There's that thought again.
without getting tangled up in the story it tells.
Right. That creates the space to choose differently.
So, to make this really practical for listeners, there's a suggestion, an exercise.
Yes.
For the next week, just try to pay attention to that inner voice. Notice the negative loops. I'm not good enough. This will never work. You know the ones?
And the important part is, don't fight them.
Right. Just acknowledge, see them, and then consciously, gently replace them. Maybe with something like, I am capable, or challenges help me grow, or just, I trust the process.
It's like weeding and planting in that mental garden. It takes consistency, definitely. But the effect over time, reshaping that inner landscape, can be quite profound.
It really shows how malleable the mind is. Like clay, you can shape it, but it all starts with awareness.
Noticing the seeds you're planting. Yeah. So the question comes back, what kind of garden are you cultivating right now?
And as you think about that inner garden, it's crucial to see how those seeds don't just affect you. Their ripples go outwards. Which brings us to karma.
Karma. Right. Presented here not as some cosmic scoreboard, but more like the soil itself, where the thought seeds grow.
Exactly. It's about cause and effect, plain and simple. Every thought, every word, every action creates an energetic ripple.
Like dropping a pebble in a pond.
It influences your life, sure, but also the lives around you. It highlights how interconnected everything is.
Our inner world isn't sealed off. The thoughts we have directly shape our intentions.
Which then guide our actions, how we interact with everyone.
There's that clear example. waking up feeling resentful versus waking up feeling grateful.
Two totally different starting points.
And they can set the whole tone for the day,
Yeah.
right? Affecting conversations, how you see things, the outcomes you experience.
And it's interesting, modern psychology kind of reflects this too, doesn't it? With the subconscious mind shaping reality and confirmation bias.
Oh yeah, confirmation bias, where your brain looks for evidence to prove your existing beliefs right.
So if you're thinking negatively all the time, you're literally filtering reality to match that. Your thoughts become your lens. What you see becomes your truth.
It's like person A starting the day thinking, ugh, today's gonna be rough, versus person B thinking, okay, I'm ready for whatever comes.
Their mindsets really affect how they spot opportunities, or maybe miss them entirely.
It's not magic, it's just karma in action. Cause and effect playing out daily.
And to go a bit deeper, the material brings in the Buddhist concept of right intention. It's part of the Noble Eightfold Path.
Right intention, what does that involve?
It's about actively cultivating thoughts of goodwill, compassion, and letting go, non-attachment. Aligning your thoughts with these creates a foundation for positive karma.
That makes sense, like consciously choosing the quality of the seeds.
Precisely. There's that lovely story of the monk in the village,
Oh, the peaceful monk.
where he seemed so content despite having very little. And his secret,
Happiness comes from what you give, not what you get.
his thoughts were consistently focused on kindness, generosity. And that didn't just benefit him, it uplifted the whole community, those positive ripples.
It's a beautiful illustration. So how can we, practically harness this? The material gave 3 ways.
Yes. First, practice gratitude daily, intentionally.
Taking a few moments each morning, maybe? Just think of 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. Could be tiny things.
A warm drink, a kind word, sunshine. Just focusing the mind on abundance, on what's good.
Okay. Second,
Engage in acts of kindness, small things.
holding a door, a genuine compliment, really listening to someone.
These seemingly small actions create surprisingly big positive ripples.
And the third one was about visualization.
Visualize success with clarity. Spend maybe 5 minutes a day really imagining achieving a goal. See it, feel it, hear it.
To align the subconscious mind with it. Okay, got it.
Now, a natural question comes up here. What about stuff we can't control? External events.
Yeah, like losing a job or things just going wrong.
Exactly. And this is where the idea of equanimity comes in. Maintaining balance, inner peace amidst the ups and downs.
So you can't always control the event.
But you can always control your response.
Yeah.
And that response dictates your experience.
Like the job loss example. One person sinks into despair, maybe blames everyone.
Another, maybe practicing this equanimity, sees it, feels the difficulty, but also looks for the opportunity, a chance for a new path.
Same event, totally different outcome based on the inner reaction.
And meditation is presented as a really powerful tool for cultivating this inner balance.
How so?
It allows you to observe thoughts without getting caught up, to see the patterns. Oh, there's that worry loop again, and gently let it go.
And neuroscience actually backs this up, right? Changes in the brain.
Yes, increased gray matter in areas for self-awareness, less activity in stress centers, tangible effects.
The material shared a personal reflection on using meditation for overwhelm. Not an instant fix.
No, never instant, but a gradual building of tools for, well, grace and calmness under pressure.
It really emphasizes that this interplay, thoughts, karma, mindfulness, it's empowering. But transformation takes time, patience, trust.
Which leads us beautifully into what might seem like a paradox. The paradox of control.
Ah, yes, this part was fascinating. It starts with that image, trying to control ocean waves with just your willpower.
Futile,
Yeah.
right? It shows the frustration of trying to do outcomes too tightly, relationships, situations.
We all do it though.
We do, but the suggestion is that real power isn't in manipulating the external, it's in mastering the internal.
And in Buddhism, this ties into attachment being a root of suffering.
Exactly. Clinging to how things must be creates tension because life is change. It's inherently unpredictable. Freedom comes from embracing that impermanence, letting go of needing to control it all.
And you see this reflected in psychology too, don't you? Focusing too much on controlling externals leads straight to stress and anxiety.
Absolutely. If your happiness depends entirely on things outside yourself, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. The alternative is cultivating that inner peace, regardless of the result.
There's that wonderful little story, the farmer and his horse.
Ah, the maybe story.
Yeah. His horse runs away, bad luck, say the neighbors, farmer says.
Maybe.
Horse returns with wild horses, good luck, farmer says.
Right.
His son breaks his leg, taming a horse, bad luck. Army comes to conscript young men, but the son is spared. It just shows how little we know, how labeling things limits us.
Life just unfolds. Our judgments are often too quick, too narrow.
So how do we bring that wisdom into our lives, especially where we feel stuck? The idea is to shift from forcing to flowing.
Right, and there are 3 practical ways suggested. First, surrender without resignation.
Okay, what does that mean? Not just giving up.
No, it's releasing the resistance, the fight against what is, while staying totally open to opportunities, like job hunting. Do your best, improve yourself, but trust the timing. Action with surrender.
Okay.
Practice non-attachment to outcomes. Detach your self-worth from whether you win or lose a specific thing.
Reframe failure as feedback, like Edison finding 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb.
Exactly. Persistence without that desperate clinging to one specific result.
And third, embrace the present moment.
Anchor yourself right here, right now. Mindfulness practices help breathing, noticing sensory details, journaling.
Because being present fosters clarity, creativity, better responses.
Precisely. Less reactivity, more thoughtful response.
And digging deeper into mindfulness again, that image of watching thoughts like clouds.
Letting them drift by without latching on. It trains the mind to observe without judgment. That develops equanimity.
Which isn't passive resignation, you said. It's active engagement with what is.
Absolutely. Calm, clear-eyed acceptance.
The story of the woman who wanted to write a book really hit this home. Paralyzed by fear of failure or imperfection.
Until she shifted. Just write for herself. Daily word count, no pressure on the outcome.
And by letting go of the need for it to be a masterpiece now, she actually freed herself up and, well, it led to unexpected success eventually.
It perfectly illustrates the next point. The ultimate paradox. Letting go allows you to gain everything.
How does that work? Releasing the need to micromanage invites synchronicity.
Yes, that feeling when things just seem to align. Meaningful coincidences. It arises, the idea suggests, from being in harmony, thoughts, emotions, actions, all aligned. Radiating positivity tends to attract positivity back.
So how do we encourage that? 3 final tips.
Act from abundance, not scarcity. Shift your core belief from never enough to there is plenty.
Yeah.
It fosters collaboration, openness.
Second?
Trust your intuition. Pay attention to those gut feelings, those subtle nudges. They're often a form of inner guidance.
Okay. And lastly,
Be open to detours. Life isn't always a straight line. Be willing to pivot. Sometimes the unexpected path leads somewhere amazing.
wow. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm really sitting with that thought from the material.
Which one?
You are both the artist and the masterpiece. Ah, beautiful.
Your thoughts are the paint. Your reality is the canvas. By choosing empowering beliefs, practicing mindfulness, embracing impermanence, you become the co-creator.
Co-creator of a life with meaning, with purpose.
It really leaves you, the listener, with something to reflect on, doesn't it? What seeds are you planting today? What kind of inner garden are you truly cultivating on this journey?